So I'm scrolling through my timeline and I come across this video about women dating, women dating up. And it's this sister, and it's another brother that's interviewing her, and she's talking about how hard it is to find men, at the top. So um, she's talking about how she got educated. Now that she's making more money, the more money that she makes, the less black men that she sees. But let's uh let's go check out this video.
It sucks that as black women, me especially being educated, and I make a certain amount. The higher you go, the less likely we see y'all, up at the top. So it's like, you mean to tell me
But see,
there was another black man that was at the
I think
top?
that's the problem too.
Yeah,
Like a lot of
that is
women
the
are
problem.
So the more money she makes, the less she sees black men at the top. Well, I would ask, how come you don't see black men at the top? Because they're there. There's a reason why you don't see it. But let's look at this video a little bit further.
are looking
Problem.
for men at the top instead of
But
looking
no,
for just a good
no,
man.
because we're not Kiki Palmering ourselves these days.
She said, "No, I'm not going to Kiki Palmer myself these days." Well, for all of those that don't know Kiki Palmer is a pretty rich actor. She's kind of famous, and she, married a guy that don't have a whole lot of money, and that really didn't work out too well. But let's go back to this video.
At the end of the day, if I am a woman that's doing well and I have built a certain life for myself, I'm not gonna lie. If you're gonna come into it, I need to know that you're either gonna add to it or be able to help me upkeep it. Same verse, like vice versa.
Yeah,
I
but
feel
what
like it
like
needs to
what
be an
you mean by
asset.
adding? Like he has to have the same amount as you, or making the same amount,
I
or
feel,
more,
I feel,
or if he's making less, would you not want
I
him?
probably would not, because honestly,
See, that's bad.
I've probably been there.
She said if he don't make as much as her, she probably wouldn't mess with him. Okay, well, fine. I mean, you know, you know, women should want what they want. You know, I think everybody should want what they want. We have a right to aspire to greatness and big things. The only way you're going to get big things is you got to want it first and then go after it. But in this person's case, I think going after it is not on her radar. Women that think like this, they just kind of think that, you know, because now that you make this certain amount of money, there are going to be six-figure dudes that are all of a sudden going to start approaching you because you make this amount of money. Sorry, it doesn't work like that. See, if you're only going to accept this caliber of man, but these men aren't approaching you, could it be that you don't see these men because you just don't operate in that kind of environment? You don't move with that class of people that you're looking to get into. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, if you're in a certain classroom, like if you're in college and you're in math class, well, the people in the class are going to be the ones approaching you if you want to date somebody in the class because, that's where y'all all are. Well, if you're kind of at a place where these men aren't approaching you, but you're talking about, well, if he's going to be a part of my life and so on and so on, then he has to be able to contribute. Well, maybe you said that because the only people that are approaching you are not those that can contribute and add on to what you got. Well, why is that? Is it because, or could it be because it's just not who you are? Maybe you're not cut from this cloth. Otherwise, you would have that. See, when you think of like really, really rich people, really, really rich people don't sit around and say, you know, any person that comes into my life, you know, has to be making this amount of money. No, because that's all they know. They only know people that make this amount of money. It's the people who they interact with on a daily basis. So anybody that approaches these type of people, it's going to be money people if that's who they are. The little knuckleheads, they're not even in that environment. So, if you're a woman like this one here in this clip, and you think that you're entitled to this type of man, let me tell you something. You got a lot of competition, because where women date up, men don't date up. So you're dating up looking at the 80 grand above men, which is a small number, maybe in the top 20, 25 men, but men date down. So if it's this six-figure dude, not only is he looking at you, he looking at everybody under you. So he's looking at, I don't know, 75, 80% of women. So you have all of these women that make a lot less than you. They're your competition. What is it about you that stands out among all of them? See, if you want a top tier dude, then you have to catch his eye. You have to stand out above all of these other women who want that too. But if you're not finding it, I don't know, maybe you're just not working too hard. Maybe you need to put a little bit more effort in. You look nice. You look like the average, you look like the average girl, but you can't look like the average girl wanting a top tier dude. They don't want average. They want more than that. When you think of all of these celebrities and big money people, look at their wives. Well, I know the super duper rich ones, the ones that marry, uh, not marry within, but you know, the super duper legacy people. They marry young, so by the time they're 30 years old, their wives are a little on the rough looking side. But you, who aren't of that type of people, you gotta put some work in. And if you don't put the work in, you're not gonna get that. You're gonna end up like Kiki Palmer. There's gonna be a certain amount of time that goes by, and you're gonna see that you're not getting what you want. And then instead of settling for the six-figure dude, you're gonna end up settling for, the personal trainer or the janitor or the bus driver or, you know, Antoine and them. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button.